Angie. Sorry I couldn't do this sooner. Last night, I meant to do it last night, and then I just got super busy with moving everything in the house and everything. So, kind of a melancholy, rainy day. I know you're working at Great Lakes today, I think you said. So we're gonna, I figured, well, today I have all my I have a good amount of my cards here. So I'm going to use this beautiful deck, Ethereal Visions. It's just a beautiful Art Nouveau deck. And we're going to just take like three cards. I'm going to do Situation, Action, Outcome. And I might take a couple oracles too to see if we can get some clarification about Cinnamon. And see, if I can interpret anything from the cards. I think you already know intuitively, but we'll see what the cards say. All right. Okay. Situation, we have the Hermit. Action, we have the Eight of Pentacles. And the outcome is the Six of Wands. So we do have, in the situation, we have the Hermit, which is about self-reflection. But it's also about, the Hermit is shining the lantern outward. So it's more than just about self-reflection. It's also about, exploring what's going to be best for everybody, obviously. I mean, this Hermit, but then not only exploring what's best for everybody, but then processing that information. So that's what the Hermit is about. Bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups. So this is the motherly nature sort of energy. Very beautiful. You obviously are cat mama. And then underneath we have the Page of Cups reversed, which, yeah, I mean, that's your baby kitty, Six of Cups, nostalgia. Another card indicator of mama, the nurture and having to do this is making you feel completely off. That's why this Page of Cups is reversed, because it's like, how can you do this to something or someone that you love? Yeah. And underneath that, we have the Five of Cups, which is the card of grief. It is the card of mourning and grief. So a lot of cups, as we see, this is all cups. So it's all emotional, it's all sadness. But the situation does indicate it is time to begin mourning. You've already done that. You have already started doing that. It's just, now it's, what this Hermit card is saying, okay, now is the time. So that's what the situation is. So the action is, I hate the Moon card reversed. So we have the Eight of Pentacles in the situation. So this is about putting that work in. You've done basically all you can to keep her comfortable. That's pretty much what this Eight of Pentacles is saying. You've really done everything. You've put in the work. You put in the work. I'm actually going to look up the meaning of the Moon reversed in the action. Just because the Moon just does not tell us anything. The Moon upright is about intuition and the subconscious. So reversed, it's about confusion, unhappiness, and, regret, disbelief. And then you have the Nine of Swords, which is about anxiety, depression, not being able to feel good about the situation. So it's going to be a very difficult situation. A lot of times with the swords, it does talk about health or surgery or things like that. So there is definitely that underlying. The action kind of does suggest, you don't have a death card in here or whatever, but there is indications, with the Moon reverse being like, just really going to have a hard time with this, being in disbelief, not disbelief, but what's the word I'm looking for? It's a very unhappy time, frustrating, very confusing, because it's like, we tend to, like, well, how long can I prolong, her life, what I mean? But at the same time, she's not comfortable, and then already starting to process this grief. So that's the action. So then we have the outcome. And the outcome is a victory card. Okay, I know it's like cold comfort, whatever, but it is the victory card. It is a release, so to speak. I'm going to look up the Six of Wands too to see if there's any key words. But it is a definite victory. I know this doesn't feel like a victory. It's probably not the right choice of words, and so I want to kind of, so it's confidence. So it's kind of processing this grief here and turning it into confidence that, yes, you did the right thing. That's basically what I'm saying. So not victory, but more confidence. Are you going to go back and forth? Absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, we have underneath here, I'm going to get to the Emperor reverse, but we have the Two of Cups. Soulmate energy, definite soulmate energy. That's not going to change. And you also have the Emperor reversed, which you're going to be angry, I think, with yourself. This is about feeling like, there's going to be some avoidance. You're going to be arguing with yourself, like, could I have done something differently? Because the Emperor is about like being rigid, avoiding anything, So there's definitely going to be a period of grief. This isn't like a clear-cut message that, yes, this is kind of leaving it up to you. The cards are not really saying yes, now is the time, but honestly, I think you already intuitively know that it is. And really this would be just confirmation. But I do show, soon with this Hermit, kind of like making sure that, when is the right time. And you already know that because we did, talk about getting your mom out of the house. And of course we do underneath here, your motherly feelings and, your Page of Cups, Six of Cups, which is that childhood nostalgia, but it's also represents mother and child relationship, which is the same as pet mom. And then under here, already pre-processing this mourning, because this Five of Cups is the card of mourning and grief. So I wanted to pull one of these just to kind of wrap it up. And I also wanted to pull a Beltane card for you, just in general. So just to see what comes up. All right, universe is going to give me a card. You're going to make me pick. Aha, okay. Yes, all right. So you got the Broomstick, which is the card of clearance. Okay. And it was upright. And I feel like usually with the Broomstick, that's like a, out with the old, in with the new sort of a thing. But so upright, it's a fresh start, the past put away. So it's resolving issues. So I think that's a good card for what you're going through now, because at this point it's like you're not quite there yet, but this Broomstick says, let's I don't want to say sweep out the old. That's not really, but it's kind of just tidying things up. It's kind of saying doing the right thing, and kind of sweeping away that guilt, not sweeping it under the carpet, but just sweeping it out of your life, basically, is how I read that card. It's about new beginnings. The Broomstick is about new beginnings. Which obviously you can't have a new beginning without an ending. So I'm going to take a Beltane card as well. See if one flies out. If it doesn't, this is such a gorgeous deck. I use it all. Even though Beltane was Sunday, I use it all springtime. So do I want this one? Well, we got Love Spell. Card number 21. And I hope this has to do a little bit with, like, loving yourself. Okay. Love Spell. Intention. Let the honey of your soul swell in the depths of love. Let's see. All spells should be approached with clarity and understanding of the outcome you are seeking. Love Spell guides you to find deeper understanding in your ethos and your guiding beliefs. What do you truly want out of life? What do you need to feel whole and fulfilled? What causes your heart to swell in the depths of love? I would say cat rescue, for sure. Knowing what you need is the first step towards embracing it. The universe is ready and willing to fulfill your dreams, but before it can do so, it needs to know without a doubt what those dreams are. Pulling Love Spell means you are very ready to establish your system of beliefs and sacred principles that will define all your choices moving forward. If you're asking about love, then this card guides you to be clear about the type of love you're seeking. If your question is about success, this card urges you to seek clarity about what success means to you. Whatever your question is at this time, pulling this card is an invitation to gain a better understanding of yourself and your intentions. And so in regards to this situation, your intentions are to alleviate suffering for one of your best friends. So that is what your intention is. So but we're human, and of course we're going to feel guilty. And that's that's basically what your intentions are about. So there really shouldn't be any guilt because you are helping your friend not suffer anymore. So, again, it is kind of about time. I don't necessarily here there's no timing here. The Hermit card is really the only card that says the time has to be right, both internally and externally. And we already know that because we talked about that. It's like you got to get your mom out of the house, right? So I hope that helps. I'm going to send this on over to you, and we'll talk soon.